Today's first reading from the book of Exodus says that 1 month after they leave Egypt, the whole assembly of the children of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. Would that we had died at the Lord's hand in the land of Egypt, as we sat by our flesh pots and ate our fill of bread. But you've led us into this desert to make the whole company die of famine. They grumbled against their leaders. They become disillusioned. 1 month after they leave Egypt, they're just about forgotten the Lord's mighty deeds and promises. Food and water run out. They're complaining. God will give them enough to go on. Manna, bread from heaven, will be their daily food. Water will come from the rock that Moses strikes with his wooden staff. A cloud by day and fire by night will guide them. Still, they grumble. So do we. There's a lot of grumbling going on in our world today, isn't there? Could we say that the COVID pandemic and the current changes in our climate are making our times a desert? So many things in life today have been turned upside down, from the weather to the way we work, the way our children go to school, to the way we relate to others. We complain. We become disillusioned. St. Paul told the Christians of Corinth in his first letter, they were living in upsetting times too, to learn from those who made the desert journey before them. These things happened to them as an example, and they have been written down as a warning to us. So, what can we learn from the journey of our ancestors described in the book of Exodus to help us on our way? Like them, we'll have bread from heaven, water from the rock, the Spirit to guide us day by day, pillar of fire by night. God will be with us. But let's expect grumbling. These are tough times. They're not easy to live in. But let's hope that our grumbling ends in a deeper faith. The children of Israel want to go back to where they were before, but God was leading them on to something new, something they did not plan or expect. They didn't like the way either. God is leading us to something new too. Their journey into the desert was not simply an escape from slavery, it was a journey to a new land. Many of them had thought that Egypt was the promised land, the only land, but it was not. The book of Deuteronomy, the last of the 5 books of the law, ends with Moses and the people poised to enter a new land after almost 40 years of desert wandering. And significantly, they're not yet expecting what is going to be there. They're hoping in the promise of God. So is our experience today meant to be like theirs? To bring us to that kind of faith in God? Oh yes, we have to use all of our skills, all of our abilities, all of our human resources to make our way. But there's the plan of God that we must respect and await. Your will be done. Your kingdom come.